Hey everyone, Thordan here, and just the other day we got a brand new patch for the finals, and it's fantastic. A lot of good meta changes, but one thing is still in the game, and it's causing absolute chaos, and that is the stun gun that you guys might have experienced. And today we're going to talk about what Embark Studios is planning in the future for buffs and nerfs. Is this ever going to be addressed, and what we can be looking forward to coming next to the game, as there is some future content available. But without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So the finals recently just got the 2.1 update, and it brought about a host of quality of life improvements outside of the private matches you might have noticed. There were bug fixes that were a key focus, which ensures a smoother gameplay experience for all of us to enjoy the game, which, is kind of a big deal. Additionally, there was the introduction of a new 3-strike ban system, which gives enhanced security measures within the games. That's right, the cheating issue that's been such a plague for so long might actually finally be getting fixed. Which, is great because that contributes to a more positive and fair gaming environment. The Power Shift game mode, which is the brand new 5v5 in the finals, underwent improvements as well, including map tweaks, updated spawns, and the addition of a new arena feature like jump pads and zip lines, which overall just makes it really fun and engaging and lets us know that Embark is listening to player feedback, which is why we can be expecting more weapon balancing efforts, because we also got some concerns fixed, particularly in the new update focusing on the SA1216, the glitch grenade and glitch traps. They made changes to the shotgun such as decreased fire rate and damage per pellet, which aim to fine-tune the weapon's effectiveness without skewing the game's balance. As I at least said, I always thought the shotgun was overpowered. I saw some comments on my last video about it where people were like, oh, it was perfectly fine, but apparently Embark decided that also it was a little bit too overpowered. And these adjustments are part of a broader effort to create a more balanced and competitive landscape for players. You're always going to need to do buffs and nerfs in a live service game. However, this update was very small in the fact that it only really addressed one weapon, despite the fact that the community has been very vocal about one weapon in particular. And these weapons have drawn intense scrutiny from the community. The stun gun in particular has been labeled as stupid and perceived as unfair by many players. I myself have probably raged out by getting hit by a stun gun more than any other weapon in this game. It used to be the nuke, but now it's definitely the stun gun. Now, on Reddit, there are a ton of discussions on it highlighting the frustrations with it. There's the ability to incapacitate opponents. You can't use any of your other gear, leading to debates on its balance and impact on gameplay dynamics. Strategies and counterplays against the stun gun have been shared, showcasing a ton of community engagement and basically how we as gamers are using our problem-solving abilities. And you know what? I will say it's nice to see the community isn't just critiquing, they're actually offering valuable suggestions for future updates, which Embark does look closely at. That's one of the great things about this game, is the relationship between the devs and the community. Players have proposed changes to the stun gun's mechanics, such as limitations on its use in stealth situations to reduce perceived unfairness. Additionally, there's actually talk about other weapons needing buffs or nerfs that have led to a creation of a tier list, providing developers with insight into players' preferences and concerns regarding weapon balance. Once again, I think this is actually a great tool, and I hope Embark does see this. I actually agree with the list. I think it's pretty good. Decent nerf is an FCAR, slight nerfs is an XP54 and the SA1216, but that one has already actually been nerfed, so I think it's fine. Balance and mix is the AKM, Flamethrower, CL40, V95, M60, LH1, Model 1887, SH1900, M11, Lewis gun, and the FAMAS. And my personal opinion is actually give a FAMAS a slight buff. And speaking of slight buffs, R.357, throwing knives, sword, SR84, 93R, KS23 slug shotgun, and decent buffs is the dagger, MGL32, riot shield, and sledgehammer. Once again, I want to be very clear. This isn't my list. This is what people are posting on Reddit. So if you want to be angry in the comment section and say, no, that gun doesn't need to be buffed, you're not arguing with me. I'm just sharing what the community is putting out there for Embark to see. Let me know down below, what is your thoughts on the stun gun? Do you think it's too OP, or do you think it's perfectly balanced as is? Also, don't forget to check out my other videos right here where I cover news on all kinds of other video games, including the finals, Helldivers 2, and Power World. And until next time, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.